Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, and happy July 4th, Independence Day, Bitcoin Freedom Day. Let freedom reign. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we're currently correcting. We'll also be discussing how low the Bitcoin price action is likely to go. We'll also be discussing Justin Sun offers to buy German government's 2.3 billion Bitcoin stack to minimize the market impact, as most likely the current carnage is a result to the German government offloading their biddies. We'll also be discussing Russia looking at using stablecoins for international payments. Russian state media, according to them at least, will also be discussing Bitcoin to $10 million easily, according to Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki. We're also going to be discussing Trump sparks talks of Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. This was just published yesterday from Forbes. Max Keiser responded, as predicted back in 2019 when I coined the term global hash war to describe nations switching from trying to ban Bitcoin to hoarding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day, Bitcoin Freedom Day. Let's celebrate. Special holiday episode today. Shout out to everyone in the live chat, all the mods doing their thing. JC Ice Eyes Baby, K Jam, J-Dub the Laker, it's been a minute, man. Good to see you, brother. Stanling Fishing Twins, what's good? South Africa representing. Kenneth, good to see you as always. Dankness, my brother. Shout out to Dankness and the rest of the fam. We appreciate everyone who reposted this before the stream, including the one and only High Priest, Max Keiser, JC Ice, Digital Dankness, and the rest of the fam. We greatly appreciate you. This is a holiday special. We got some new music we're going to be premiering for you as well, so stay tuned. Judson, what it do? Yo, JB, let's speak it into existence, bro. Planting seeds and stacking them stats is what we do. Let's go. Bitcoin Cowboy in the building. Melda the Gray, let freedom reign. And of course, shout out to Chandy. She smashed 38,000 subs on the channel. I called for 40,000 and the day is still young, so let's make it happen. Her direct link to the #1 Bitcoin music channel is pinned in the live chat. I'm going to be playing two exclusive brand new songs nobody heard before, specific for 4th of July, Bitcoin Freedom Day. I'm going to play the first track now, and then during the Q&A later in the show, we'll play the second new song. So anxious to hear your feedback on this one. Enjoy it. Make sure I play part 1 first.
USA, Freedom Day. Hell yeah, Bitcoin now, freedom now. Let's break some stairs, shoot those fireworks, fire up a Roman candle and aim it toward the moon. Light up a Godzilla candle, Bitcoin will need a rocket soon. Patriots across the great USA, get your America on. Send fire into the sky and celebrate, get your manifestation on. We the people need to financially self-liberate. BTC, Bitcoin, self-custody, new currency. Financial hope for you and me, that financial liberty, wow. Fireworks, freedom works, fireworks, pow. Freedom works, fireworks, freedom works, boom, boom, boom. BTC in the land of the free, it's happening now, pow. God bless the USA. He did, still is, God bless, is still busy blessing the USA.
By 1776, we are fighting and promoting and celebrating a new deal of financial remix. We needed a freedom lift, fiat can't be fixed.
1776, declaration, there was the destination. It symbolized the American people's dedication. 2024 declaration.
Happy July 4th, Bitcoin Freedom Day, family. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. We're going to be streaming next couple of hours. This is brand new music to celebrate the 4th of July. Bitcoin Freedom Reign. Let's go.
There is a destination. It symbolizes the American people's dedication. Make peace, not war. American made. Bitcoin made. Bitcoin is a tool for financial freedom. Like even Gwen Stefani. Let Bitcoin blow your mind. For our American soldiers, our brave red, white, and blue protecting warriors. Light some fire into the sky, send red, white, and blue up high to celebrate freedom. Not for war, we want to celebrate vets. Keep them out of unnecessary wars. We love them, they are mine and yours. Fire it up into the sky, like a sage, and lift one up. As we look up to the hope and beauty of the fire in the sky tonight. Heroes we celebrate, patriots we
Let's celebrate. OG, welcome. Molly, welcome. Steve, welcome. Jerry Reynolds, welcome. Thailand, welcome. This is a live and interactive show, fam. Let me know where you're tuned in from. We appreciate it.
Happy 4th of July. We love this land and all that it stands for. So we must endure. Grateful for what we have and what we were given. Don't want more war. And we must protect our land and freedom. Blessed to us from heaven. This land is your land. This land is my land. We can all have bitty Bitcoin in our hand. God bless the USA. He did, still is. God bless, is still busy blessing the USA.
Freedom currency, freedom land, born in the USA. Built up, we play to win and love to play. We are 5th level G-top stuff. We don't want to destroy the USA. It's our 50 states, our God country. We want to free, we the people and save freedom land and defend against the corrupt currency. Save the people of this land who are hurting. It's an emergency. There is a sense of urgency, pride in the American flag, and all being American means.
Trump loves America, he loves what our flag stands for. He wants peace, he doesn't want war. Don't mistake him for weak. He said if 1 ounce of American blood was spilled by the actions of an enemy overseas, he would take a gallon of theirs. That is the protective kind of leader that we need.
Let's freaking go. Shout out to Chandy10 Music. Her channel is pinned in the live chat. Please show her some love. Subscribe. She's on the verge of smashing 40,000 subs in record time. So proud of her. Producing epic jam after jam. Part 2 of that record. We're going to play it later. We'll save the best for last. What up, Kepler? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, Chandy. Always a pleasure. Molly in the building. We got South Africa in the building. We got Judson says, love the jam. We appreciate the feedback. Bitcoin freedom. God bless America and Trump. Amen. Music, great job. You're eating up the flow, baby. Everyone's digging it. Another banger just like that. You got to dig it. Welcome, everyone. We got Bitcoin, 58 G's, BTFD, buying opportunity. Seize the moment. Take advantage of it. In fact, speaking of 50 G's, I know we got a new 50 G's Jammy Jam somewhere on the boards here as well.
BTC isn't going anywhere. Listen to your gut say JV. 50 G's, testing the weak. Don't get all gloomy. We are not weak. We will obtain what we seek. It's just a hitch, CNA fam knows this. It's just a glitch, a hitch matrix, momentary glitch.
Y'all remember the glitch in the matrix? That's this BTFD opportunity. Seize it.
It's just a pretty minute to buy more of it. It's gonna be okay. We have each other's back. We have the biddies back. Huddle up, stand up, battle up, get battle ready. We don't back down, Bitcoin or stand their ground. And the Nipsonator has our back.
Nipsonator's got our back. Count on that.
We are too smart to lose to 5th level, to let the devil take it. Huddle, 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 huddle up.
Hodl up, hodl be thy name. But anyways, fam, we're going to dive right in. Welcome, everyone. Happy 4th of July. It's an Independence Day celebration once a year. So let's celebrate. Pump the likes, pump the stream, spread the word, repost this. Let people know we're live and in the flesh. I'm going to be live for the next couple of hours sharing all the good news you need to hear about Bitcoin, obviously. And praise God, first and foremost. So with that being shared, family, let's kick it off, shall we? If you're new to the channel, it's very important to smash those likes, subscribe to #1 Day of the Bitcoin Pod, live each and every day, 7 days a week. Also hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications is greatly appreciated. Also, if you can repost this over on X alongside Max Kaiser and the rest of the Crypto News Alerts fam here, we'll get more eyeballs on the stream. It's always greatly appreciated. Today is pod episode number 1690. I'm your host, JV, and it's July 4th, 2024. Market is correcting. We'll kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. We got Bitcoin maintaining above 58,000. We did tap already 57,000 this morning, maybe even the high 56s, depending upon the exchange. We also have Ether correcting back down to 3,100. All the major alts correcting and in the red. And checking out CoinMarketCap. Finance.com. We're currently sitting on a 2.14 trillion market cap with 53.8% Bitcoin dominance. Since they updated their site, they make it difficult to see all that data. I don't know why that is, but as soon as you refresh it, it shows it for a split second and then it disappears. Hence why I have to do that, just FYI. But I digress. Checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got Pendle up 2.5%, EGLD up 1%, and the rest of the market doing nothing as the majority of the market is correcting. And in the red, which altcoins are y'all most bullish on for this particular bull, if any? Let me know, and I'll read those comments out loud here in a bit. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Virtually everything in the red and correcting. Pretty significant gains. Naturally, Bitcoin maintains its value the best. Hence, there is only one king. And zooming out on the monthly to get a broader perspective, unfortunately, it's the same story, but even deeper losses. Some of these alts down 30, 40, 50 plus %. Wow, right? But anyways, checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. We're currently rated a 44 fear. Yesterday, a 50. Last week, a 40. And last month, a 73 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto La Familia. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Do you think we'll continue to correct, continue to trade sideways, or do you think we're going to pump like a coiled spring? Holla, let me know. Thought I would hang for a while before I hit the beach. Shout out, they said what? Although too many people there. Right on. We appreciate your support, brother. Enjoy the beaches out there. I got a Bitcoin-related country tune to you. Please, if you got any Bitcoin music, do send it to me. Pendle, flex in there. Sailing is bullish. Okay, kids, my TA, do your own. If Bitcoin fails to hold 57 Gs, an ugly sell-off will more than likely follow. The next layer of support is all the way down to the 40,000. So hold fast, down to short to bolster your courage. We appreciate your insights there, Greg. We'll be diving into the latest technical analysis here shortly. We'll also be taking a look at some of the live charts. Yes, it's great. I am good call, JB100. Shout out Judson. What to do? Mr. Bone Daddy in the building. What good? Leonard Ray says Cospa, Turbo, Brett, Based, Myro. I appreciate you sharing, brother. All good here. Happy to hear that. Hurricane by PR. It's hurricane season. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the weather, so I have no clue what's going on. If a hurricane hits us, the power will go out, though. That's for sure. There will be no stream. That's the unfortunate side. Free Ross. Free Ross. Amen to that. We're going up, says Joe. Amen. Send her up. Jay-Z has the Grizzly Adams look today. Call me Mr. Grizzy, eh?
No, hell no. We are gonna make it to the moon and then past it. Faith, loyalty, intelligent decision-making wins. 50 G's for so many, it is truly a blessing.
Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. BTFD. Season the blessings. Lower for those who have money set aside for the opportunity. It's a great buying opportunity. You're right. This is a absolutely a great time to be accumulating, stacking them stats. What up, crypto fam? Who else bought that freaking dip? I know Crypto Voodoo did. Nice shirt. Thank you, Mr. Voodoo. JB, the hurricane came close, bro. Well, I praise God we didn't get a direct hit. Let's go.
It's like holding up the train for a few.
Thank you for that, K-Jam. The brand new Independence Day, July 4th, Bitcoin Freedom song is up on Chandy's channel, the audio version, and I'm sure she'll have the video version up later today, possibly, hopefully, we'll see. So make sure to subscribe over there. We appreciate it.
Who are late and need a ride, let's be patient. So more can hop on our lunar ride. We call it dedication. Thank you, 50 G's. Ooh, yep, lunar up, moon up so soon.
Just stacked another 200 bones. Get it, JC. I bought the dip. I couldn't resist. Music to my ears, Bone Daddy.
Thank you, 50 G's. Ooh, yep, lunar up, moon up so soon.
We celebrate 50 G's all day, stacking BTC, stacking Satoshis. Lucky Jerry actually had some extra cash and bought the dip. Shout out Jerry Reynolds from Thailand. We appreciate you tuned in here, brother. All dips are great unless they are Biden. Repost the live stream on X. Thank you, K-Jam. Bitcoin is freedom money. Cheers to that. It's going up forever, Laura. Way to go. Where my horns at?
Moon up so soon.
50 G's. Let's go. Anyways, fam, let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies, and we'll be discussing why the Bitcoin price is down today. I think it's because the German government is dumping its Bitcoin holdings, most likely. Today's price drop appears against the backdrop of the German government transferring 172 milli worth of Bitcoin to the crypto exchanges, notably on July 4th, out of all days out of the year. Do you think this was orchestrated with the U.S. government, family? Let me know. A crypto wallet linked to the German government transferred 1,300 biddies to Coinbase, Kraken, and Bitstamp, according to blockchain investigator PeckShield Alert. The same wallet sent an additional 1,700 biddies to a different address, as outlined right there from PeckShield. And in the past 2 weeks, the German government transferred over 3,000 biddies to multiple exchanges, indicating its intention to sell these assets. And FYI, if you're new to the stream, I often refer to Bitcoin as biddies. So if you don't know, now you know. Before the first transfer, the wallet held nearly 50,000 biddies since February 2024. These funds are believed to have been seized from the pirate movie website operator, Movie2K. The influx of Bitcoin into the market contributed to increased selling pressure, causing the Bitcoin price to decline by approximately 15%. The large volume of the Bitcoin entering the exchanges often signals potential sell-offs, leading to decreased market confidence and pressuring Bitcoin price lower in recent days. Now, today's Bitcoin price decline is further exacerbated by signs that Mt. Gox is moving closer to reimbursing its creditors with over 140,000 biddies worth approximately $8.5 billion. And according to the data from Arkham Intelligence, several wallets linked to Mt. Gox made minor Bitcoin transfers earlier today, marking their first activity in a week. Some of the Bitcoin was sent to a wallet belonging to BitBank, one of the exchanges selected to manage the Mt. Gox creditor repayments. These transactions involve 3 wallets connected to the defunct exchange, with the largest transfer being approximately $24. Now, if that's accurate, that's obviously not much of a transfer, but that could be a typo. Who knows? As it appears, these transactions could be in test and preparation for a substantial Bitcoin. Oh, okay, that would make sense. Maybe test payments before they start repaying the 127,000 creditors later this month in July. And interestingly, these creditors have been awaiting reimbursement for 10 years or more, during which the Bitcoin price surged by more than 10,000%. Not too shabby. The fear of this additional Bitcoin supply witnessing sell-offs immediately upon entering circulation entered downwards pressure on the market. Now, Bitcoin's price decline today accelerated further due to the massive liquidations along positions in the Bitcoin futures market. Notably, the market witnessed over 100 million in long liquidations in the past 24 hours, compared to 15 million in short liquidations. Long liquidations occur when traders are forced to sell their assets to exit their long positions, which increases the selling pressure in an already bearish market. And interestingly, the wipeout of long positions coincides with a decline in the Bitcoin futures open interest and funding rates. As of today, July 4th, the total number of the biddies open interest contracts were 31 billion, down from 33 billion a day ago. Meanwhile, its funding rate dipped from 0.21% per week to 0.12% per week. The decrease in funding rates and the open interest suggests that the traders are stepping back from taking new risks, reflecting a more cautious market outlook. Once the market absorbs the selling pressure and liquidations, it may enter a stabilization phase with lower volatility. And before I pull up some of the live charts, I want to show you the historic price actions on July 4th, dating back to 2013, when a Bitcoin was only 80 bucks, 2014, 630 bucks, 2015, 260 bucks, 2016, $283, 2017, the year I got into Bitcoin on 4th of July, was 2,600. In 2018, it was 6,500. In 2019, 11,000. In 2020, 9,000. In 2021, 35,000. In 2022, 19,000. 2023, 30,000. In 2024, lo and behold, 58,600. We are up literally $28,000 from this time last year. I consider that a blessing. So thank you, God. And checking out some of the live chart action brought to you by TradingView via Coinbase. We're looking at the 1 month chart. Let me switch the scene up so you can see it better. There you go. You can see we're currently looking extremely bullish overall. They say when in doubt, just zoom out. And the monthly chart looking bullish as all hell. Let's not forget we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive green candles, followed by that red candle, itty bitty green, itty bitty red, and where we're currently at. And let's zoom in on the weekly, and we'll continue zooming in so you can get different perspectives. So yeah, that was the 1 month. Here's the 1 week. And I'm going to also be sharing with you some of the targets outlined on the charts. We do have a bullish pennant breakout sitting at roughly 90,000. And we also have one sitting all the way up at 106,000. Send it and let's go. And zooming in a little more. So that's the 1 week. We'll look at the 1 day chart. As you can see right here on your screen. Wow, a lot of action happening. Live and in the flesh right now. The target most bullish right now is a bullish pennant at 106 Gs. We do have an orange target sitting at 89,000, and we have a red target sitting at 73.4. The current all-time high is 73.8, which we achieved mid-March. So again, keep that in mind. And then, of course, we do have a bunch of bottom targets going all the way down to the $40,000 range. And again, this is on the 1 day chart, family. Let's zoom in a little bit more and let's check out the 4-hour chart. We do got some price action here. Overall, it's kind of been sideways, but descending most definitely. We do have an orange target sitting all the way at 89,000. Send it. And we do have another target in the red. You can see on your screen sitting at 73.2. And we do have a target to the south sitting all the way down at $40,000. And we're going to look at one more. We'll look at the 1 hour chart here for you guys. And looking at the price action here, we do got that big fat red target sitting at 72, which would take us close back to price discovery. And again, the more we zoom in, the more bearish the charts are going to look. So that's about it, family. Let me know where you feel the Bitcoin price action will likely take us next and throughout this month of July. Holla at your boy, and let's read some more of these live comments. Bearish market, what? Bitcoin's up 50% since mid-Jan. Amen. It's conceived grayscales a couple of months ago. They're trying to manipulate the price. They can only go on for so long, though. Facts. And Melda, I wish I could buy the OTC over the counter. Word up. There's only so much shenanigans they can get away with. Facts. Broskies always pull out with no doubt. If you hold long enough, you can sell OTC, though, says Richard Jones. DNA, what up? Hey, JV, I'm at work yet again, watching the best show on the tube. Love your brother in the CNA fam. Cheers, family. Greatly appreciate you. Happy Independence Day. What German and the U.S. government would do to put confiscated Bitcoin on their central bank books? I know. You telling me. I'm kind of still shocked they're selling all these Bitcoin. They can't be that stupid. There must be some strategic reasoning behind it. My guess, my 2 Satoshis. Orchestrated attack against Bitcoin, governments colluding together to bring down the price so BlackRock can stack the sats on a discount. But that's just conspiracy JV speaking. Let me know your thoughts. Birmingham, how do I pronounce that? Birmingham, is that correct? Or is it Birmingham? UK in the house. Shout out Cheyenne, appreciate your family. Shout out Molly, sorry you have to work today. To DNA, God bless America and love you too. Here's a link to the audio video for the USA Bitcoin Freedom song. Glad y'all liked it. No, we loved it. And can't wait to play the second version. Shout out Chandy. It was actually one, right? It's like a 6-7 minute song, but we chopped it in half so we can play 2 different tracks on the stream. Let's get it. I am Canadian, so we just had Canada Day. Well, happy belated Canada Day, eh? All good, brother. Soon there won't be much on the exchanges. If the U.S. makes it a reserve currency, we'll go into the stars straight past the moon where no man has gone before. That's what's up. UK in a building, representing. Shout out to all the European fam. It's a commie attack. That's what I'm saying, Stefan. I can't prove it, but that's just what I feel in my loins. You know what I mean? Yeah, the government's trying to crash. I mean, what else is new? Bitcoin is the biggest enemy of those within the shadow government because it separates money from state. It's their biggest nightmare. And they can brush it off, but it's their biggest freaking nightmare. You know what I mean? And what does Bitcoin do? Decapitate the heads of the central banking cartels that rule the world. Just speaking fact, family. Damn it. What does that say? Deutschland? Klaus Schwab. Damn you. Soon there won't be. Yeah, there's going to be a supply shock. There's a demand shock. That will all come together most likely towards third, fourth quarter of this year. We'll soon see. But if all the biddies get dried up and bought up from the asset managers or governments hoarding the biddy, game on. Biddies are going to go through the roof when it comes to the USD value. You guys already know that. And of course, the positioning of the cycle in which we're currently in, let's not get it twisted. Typically 18 months post halving, we have bullish run-ups to new all-time highs. We just had the halving, so I'm anticipating massive bullish run-up, six figures, multiple six figures in play. You already know. And in fact, Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki just made a post a little earlier, and I reposted it. And he says, Bitcoin's heading to 10 million per coin very easily. And I'll be sharing that post here on the show in a little bit, so stay tuned. Welcome, everyone just joining us. This is the number one daily Bitcoin pod, Celebration Day. Happy Independence Day, 4th of July, Bitcoin Freedom Day. Please repost this, spread the word. We still got a lot of news, a lot of bullishness to share with you here today. It's going up forever, Melda. JV, Nipsey, let's freaking go. Bitcoin to the moon. Nice hat, nice shirt. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Montreal in the building. A lot of Canadians repping. Let's get it. Bottom is in. Me clicks 55 G's in the poll. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you sharing. We have a new poll up today in the chat. Will Trump and the United States of America make Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset? Yay, nay, may, or prob? Let me know. And at the end of the show, we'll read the results. Just like they used Grayscale to crash from the all-time high, JB, they are now using the German government to do the same. I'm with you, JC. Great minds think alike, eh? Music, I got you. 10 mil so easy, easy beasy. Bring it. Can you play the song again? You're going to have to stay tuned. In the meantime, you want to hear the song right now during the stream, you go to Chandy's channel and you play the music as you're listening to me reading the news. But if you stick around, we're going to play some more music you haven't even heard yet. So stay tuned, family. And I love it. I appreciate it. Love the energy here today. Happy 4th of July. Let's move on to our next story of the day. Let's discuss a potential $50,000 bottom. In fact, as analysts is giving a warning, warning. So here you go. Bitcoin will crash to 50 G's, says 10x Research. So let's break this down before we get into the bullishness. According to experts at 10x Research, Bitcoin is poised to fall below 57 G's from over 60,000 July 4th. They suggest this sharp decline may just be the beginning, potentially dropping further to 50,000. Breaking the psychological 60,000 benchmark towards 50 G's marks a significant shift in market sentiment, which 10x Research attributes to the buy flows drying up. And now Marcus Thielen, analyst at 10x, suggests that the downward spiral was foreseeable. Quoting him here, our data from early June already hinted at an overbought market ripe for correction. The sudden 5.4% fall in Bitcoin price substantially impacted investor sentiment and market liquidity, reflected in Bitcoin's 1.1 billion market cap and 57% increase in trading volume. By breaking the key level for the Bitcoin miners and spot Bitcoin ETF buyers, the 10x Research report foresaw that the price decline could accelerate as support gets broken and the sellers scramble to find liquidity. The sell-off coincides with the anticipated Mt. Gox repayments of $8.5 billion worth of BTC, which were set to begin in July. And we'll be discussing this a little deeper, including Justin Sun wanting to buy the biddies from the German government to stop the bleeding in the market. And according to the 10x Research report, having broken the 60,000 level, only the ill-informed traders are willing to buy here. Now, the 10x Research report maintains a cautious outlook for the price of the biddies, advising the traders to prioritize risk management and preparation for continued volatility. And what do we call volatility? Life force. We warned that this was not the time to be complacent. According to the research report, and according to the recent analysis from IT Tech, the downwards trend is attributed to long-term hodlers cashing in on substantial profits. On July 3rd, the spent output profit ratio from the long-term hodlers exceeded a value of 10, indicating the Bitcoin price was sold for at least 10 times the initial purchase price, or Bitcoin in general there. And according to the analysis, the long-term hodlers, where my long-term hodlers at, diamond hands, laser eyes, make some noise, who typically retain their holdings for roughly 5 years to 7 years, have contributed to the selling pressure in the market. Now, in my humble opinion, you gotta be a fool to be selling your biddies at a time like this in the market. But hey, that's just me. To each their own. Not investment advice. Everything you hear on this show, on this channel, on this stream is for entertainment purposes only. So hopefully you're entertained. I am buying at 50 G's. Bearish FUD incoming. The bears need to go back to sleep. Preach. Swift Impact. Hello, JV. I watch you almost every day. Love the new music and creativity. Chandy for the win. Shout out Chandy. Subscribe to her channel, Chandy 10 Music. Let's freaking represent. Let's get it. And thank you, Swift. I appreciate your support, brother. Greg, let the leverage shorts stack up. Currently 30-day liquidation heat map. If Bitcoin rallies to 70 Gs, over 12 billion in shorts, will be forced to buy or be liquidated. Let's freaking go, pirates. Hey, happy belated Canadian Day, eh? I drank 5 beers to celebrate and had 2 dang hangover. Whoa, I didn't know you got down like that, Melda. I love it. I am entertained. I dig it. And the banks will more carefully buy it all the way back at the lower cost. I appreciate that disclaimer. The bottom is in. 48G says Laser. We're never going lower, says Zach. I dig it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the X right now. If you guys can do the same thing, it's only going to help us. So go to my X account. You should all be following me on X. Half of you guys are watching on X right now. And go down to the live stream, family. Again, this is a Independence Day special Bitcoin Freedom Day celebration, so we need all your support. Just hit the heart. Simple as that. And hit the repost button. And if you're as lazy as JV, you just hit repost. You don't need to make an original quote. It's all good. And more eyeballs will get on the stream. So that's as simple as it is. If everyone can do that, it's the greatest way you can help support the channel. We need to get more eyeballs on these streams. And it's greatly appreciated, family. So thank you in advance. And yeah. So White Claw Melda. Melda's got many different aliases. I think the most on the show here. I know we have the White Claw, we have Melda the Gray, we got Darth Melda. What are the other versions of Melda we have? It's going up forever, Melda. What's the strategy for long-term hodlers? If they never sell, they will never allow Bitcoin to be currency. It's a catch-22. No, eventually you'll be able to borrow against it. All major banks and lending institutions will treat Bitcoin as pristine collateral because Bitcoin already is pristine collateral. Example, what's happening in El Salvador right now. They're making a Bitcoin bank. Eventually, all banks will want the Bitcoin. They're going to want the superior apex predator, and they're going to give you as much fiat as you like for it. So you'll be able to borrow against your biddies. There will be no reason to have to sell unless you just want to sell for whatever reason. Maybe you want to have $1 million one day, and eventually Bitcoin's $1 million, and you're, yeah, I'm just going to sell my biddy, take the million in fiat. But that's the sucker's play because fiat's going to be hyperinflated. We all know this, and eventually you won't be able to buy anything with fiat. So there's apex predator versus monopoly money. There's nothing in between. There is no second best. There's a crypto asset called Bitcoin, right? Tell him, Michael.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Forever. Forever. Do you know what forever means? Hopefully you do. White Claw is an alcoholic sparkling fizz drink. JV girls love it. JV and the girls love it. Oh my God, that's actually hilarious. I never heard of that drink, but I know White Claw. Martial arts. Eagle Claw. Pai Mei style. Just saying. God bless JV and the fam and Bitcoin. Thank you, Molly. There's no second best. Shout out Anthony. What to do? How many people will do that, though? Bitcoin isn't for the normies. It's another elite asset now. It's not an elite asset because any individual who is unbanked right now can buy Bitcoin. How many people in the continent of Africa right now are unbanked? I'd say the majority of the population. So Bitcoin gives them access to savings. Because they're not allowed to create a bank account. And if you're not allowed to be banked because you're not qualified, how do you have any form of savings? So regardless if someone in a poor country only has $100 worth of Bitcoin or someone in a rich country has $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, it's just as sacred. It's unconfiscatable, right? Regardless of the amount. So don't get it twisted. Bitcoin is not only for the rich. Just because one Bitcoin, you may have to kind of be rich to buy a whole Bitcoin, doesn't mean you're required to buy a whole Bitcoin. Ultimately meaning even if it's only $5, $10, $20, replacing your bad Starbucks daily habit of buying a coffee and a muffin for $20 a day. You start stacking sats and saving in Bitcoin. Bitcoin will save you because your purchasing power in the biddies is mathematically guaranteed to increase. Your purchasing power in the dollars is mathematically guaranteed to decrease. And that's all you need to know. So this is not a wealthy elite play, Bitcoin. It's vice versa. Obviously, the ones who control the money printers, those are the elite. These are the mofos who are corrupt, and these are the people who have plagued our society, caused massive inflation, more money printing, more fueling and funding of the wars. This is what we get out of. This is how we unplug from the matrix. Bitcoin is the antidote. So it's the polar opposite. Now, lots of people in Africa, cell phones or internet access, Africa hadn't taken a Bitcoin as it has to other chains like Solana, ETH, and Cardano. Well, I've seen from the research I've done, there's a huge growing population of Bitcoin users in African countries. But yeah, crypto in general, because their hyperinflated currency is monopoly money, and they understand this. And without crypto, they have nothing. So you feel me? Richard Jones, preach. Nacho cheese, nacho keys. Diana Melda, drink you both under the table. Oh, that's a challenge. K-Jam just hit you with the challenge. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This 100K fiesta is going to be pretty lit, eh? But anyways, next story of the day. Welcome, everyone just joining the stream. Pump the likes, pump the stream. Repost this, spread the word, and happy 4th of July celebration day. Happy birthday, America. Let's go. Next headline reads, Justin Sun offers to buy the German government's 2.3 billion Bitcoin stack to minimize market impact. Let's go. That's right. Tron founder, JC's Tron, that is, Justin Sun offered to buy the German government's Bitcoin holdings worth $2.3 billion. The popular crypto founder said he potentially is willing to purchase Bitcoin off market to reduce the negative price impact of the selling. But mark my words, the government does not want that. I think they're purposely dumping specifically to crash the price of Bitcoin. So Justin Sun comes in and says, hey, let me stop the carnage of the market, protect the market. I'll take those biddies off your hand. In fact, here's what he shared on his July 4th post on X to 3.5 million followers. I am willing to negotiate with the German government to purchase all Bitcoin off market in order to minimize the impact on the market. Respect to Justin Sun. But unfortunately, I don't think the German government cares or gives to, Satoshis regarding crashing the market. I think that's their intention, but hey, that's just me. The German government labeled wallet first raised suspicions of Bitcoin selling June 19th with an executed transfer of 6,500 BTC valued at 425 milli. Market selling the remaining holdings could have a negative impact, obviously, on the Bitcoin price, which is why the wallet became a hot topic amongst traders. And before the first trade, the wallet held nearly 50,000 BTC since February of this year. The funds are believed to have been seized from the pirate movie website operator Movie2K. Now, the crypto wallet was tagged by Arkham Intelligence platform as a German government, which refers to the country's federal criminal police office. Now, this police office seized 50,000 BTC in Dresden back in January from the pirate movie website operator Movie2K, which is believed to be the originator of these funds. And while it's not yet clear which authority is selling the Bitcoin, the authority spokesperson confirmed that the criminal unit does not hold the seized Bitcoin. Interestingly, here's what the spokeswoman shared. In principle, the sale or conversion of seized Bitcoin into euros is the responsibility of the relevant public prosecutor's office or court. The proceeds of seized assets are paid to the Land Revenue Office of the place where the competent court has its seat. In accordance with Article 60 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, the BKA only preserves crypto assets seized or confiscated in the course of investigations for the public prosecutor's offices. The German government labeled wallet had been continually selling biddies since the middle of June. And in the latest transfer, today, July 4th of July, the wallet transferred 172 milli worth of the biddies to multiple crypto exchanges. Part of it's going to 3 centralized crypto exchanges. The total of 75 milli worth of Bitcoin was transferred to Coinbase, Kraken, and Bitstamp, suggesting that the wallet is potentially, obviously, looking to sell. And 2 days earlier, July 2nd, the German government tagged wallet transfers of 52 million worth of BTC, 100 BTC of which was sent to Coinbase, 150 BTC to Bitstamp, and 32 BTC to the Kraken exchange. So let's get it crack-a-lagging. But anyways, family, what are your thoughts on some of that? Justin Sun potentially stopping the carnage of the market. Do you think the government will take him up on that offer? I bet you the United States government, Gary Gensler, chairman of the SEC, is probably speaking to the German government. Don't listen to Justin Sun. We want you to crash the market. Just continue to sell, please. But I digress. Thank you, Germany. I'll take your Bitcoin and add it to my stacking sats. I bought some of that German Bitcoin today. Amen, JC. In Nigeria, citizens took the streets of 2023 to protest the nation's cash shortage, further objecting their government's implementation of a central bank digital currency. F the CBDCs, and while you're at it, buck the Fed as well. Knucklehead Fed. Buck 'em. Germany, better tread cautiously on crooked Coinbase. They not like us. They not like us. You feel me? Jen is a hardcore sweetheart badass. Take that however you want it. Yeah, once I discovered JC is into swordplay and fencing, it's like, you don't mess with her. I already knew she was into the guns and stuff like that, but any woman swift with a sword, you don't play. I'm just saying. Germany wants to help Biden to avoid Trump. I just wish I had some more cash to buy the dip with it. I need to keep some to hedge my long. Word up. Hedging the long.
Oompa loompa doompa doo. I've got another halving for you.
Well, then, of course, shout out to the DCA queen, Molly. Coinbase has so much biddies. When do you think these big players like BlackRock will start to self-custody once it's all bought up? I think their master plan is continue to accumulate. Obviously, Coinbase is the destined exchange to be the custodian for all the major asset managers like the BlackRocks. I think everyone minus Fidelity is pretty much custodied up right now with Coinbase. And then the U.S. government can do their shady practice of confiscating all the Bitcoin ETF BTC from Coinbase in one swift move. One letter from Sleepy Poopy Pants Joe that says Bitcoin is a direct threat to our democracy. It undermines the value of the dollar. And so in the name of national security, we are going to seize all Bitcoin ETF BTC. And don't think they can't do that, because they can do that. I'm not saying they are going to do that, but you got to think with the capacity of your enemies. And the enemies of Bitcoin, which is the shadow government that don't like Bitcoin, that will try to destroy it and do everything in their power to suppress the price action, which is what we see typically play out in the market. So keep that in mind. Don't put it past them. The only truly safe Bitcoin, which is unconfiscatable, is properly secured, self-custodied BTC. Your Bitcoin on the exchange can be taken away from you, just like your property can be taken away from you with any judge's order. You feel me? Government don't like you, they take your property from you. If someone don't like you, they create a lawsuit and it has a judge's signature, and then they confiscate the property from you. Any type of property or asset can be stolen or taken or forced away from you. Bitcoin is the only unconfiscatable asset because guess what? You can remember your 12-word recovery seed. However many words is irrelevant. And it's impossible for anyone to take it from you, right? So you got to keep that in mind, family. Be safe out there in these streets. Why is my mind going straight to the gutter? I don't know, bro. Is there a full moon tonight? Maybe. Maybe so. But fam, the good news, they dump now and they'll have no powder for the bull run in 2025. That's right. Keep that in mind. A day will come where there won't be any Bitcoin to sell. Then Lambo. They already did it with gold almost 100 years ago. They'll do it again. If they can get away with it, they'll do it, and they can pretty much get away with anything they want if we don't stand up as a people and unite and call them out. My kind of gal, nice, JC, smoke a bowl at them. I hear the governments are also trying to get to their self-custodial wallet, MetaMask Ledger. They not like us. They not like us. U.S. will dump 200,000 biddies at any time, referring to the Mt. Gox biddies. They can't get Big Mike unless they want to make them VP. The president, if Biden steps down, will be heels up. Harris, they have to do that by law in all 50 states. Bitcoin will bring world peace and freedom. Amen to that. Bitcoin perpetuates peace and love. Fiat perpetuates war, violence, And the ish we're seeing play out in real time in the world right now, chaos. It depends on if we reform our elections. Voter ID equals no more clowns in charge. Heels up Harris. That is a good one. But anyways, fam, next story of the day. Pump the likes, pump the stream. We're just getting started in this piece. And happy 4th of July, family. Make some motherfucking noise. Let's discuss the latest with Russia. Now that we discussed the German government dumping mass amounts of BTC, you know what I mean? Russia looking at using stable coins for international payments, according to the Russian state media. That's right. Russia is reportedly considering using stable coins to make international payments, according to the media, according to the report by Russian state publication Izvestia. Russia is looking to legalize the use of stables to make cross-border payments. The report didn't mention what type of stables the Russian government is considering. We all know the largest one out there in existence, Tether, USDT. Now, the deputy chairman of Russia's central bank, Alexei, told Izvestia that the proposals to legalize stables has been formulated and discussed since 2023, last year. And according to him, regulators and regulations will likely need to be tightened to protect the nation's interests. Quoting Guznov, understanding is still being formed, and I hope that in the near future it will result in the text of the bill. Now, Alexander Muryshev, executive VP of the Russian Union of Industrialists and entrepreneurs, told Izvestia that the stable coins will not only add a large amount of liquidity to the markets, they would also thrive as settlement tools for other BRICS nations. BRICS. Let's go. BRICS is an economic alliance between several nations such as Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and many other countries now. In March 2024, President Vladimir Putin signed a law that allows the use of digital financial assets or digital representations of contract rights that can be exchanged for international payments. Now, Muryshev says that the businesses have had difficulty using the DFAs due to the risks of secondary sanctions. However, Natalia Milchakova, leading these names, I'm loving it. Leading analyst in Freedom Financial Global tells the publication that the firms would not have such troubles with stables as they would allow anyone to make settlements with sanctioned individuals with no fear of secondary sanctions. So there you have it, yo. The whole entire world looking to get off that US dollar, if you see what I'm saying here, especially with the BRICS movement, Russia, and many other countries coming together to form an alliance to do just that. So let me know your thoughts before we dive into a 10 million, very easy Bitcoin price prediction by Robert Kiyosaki, followed by the latest with Trump. He wants all the remaining Bitcoin to be mined in the United States of America. We're going to be discussing the United States and Trump potentially using Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset and what that would likely do to the Bitcoin price, the market, and all that good stuff. Then we'll be diving into our live Q&A and premiering another July 4th exclusive banger from Chandy. So there we have it. I love how JB so eloquently elaborates on my comments. He is amazing, just the best. You're too kind, Molly. Way too kind. If they go after the wallet of self-custody, wallets people will spin it for the full nodes. Bitcoin Core. Bitcoin always wins. That's the bigger picture. Bitcoin always wins. I dig that. Natalia, the MILF chocolate. I don't know. Jen, I should run my unknown for my fiber line for the dedicated machine, asking what a UPS, 329 on X. Not too shabby, but we can do better on Independence Day, family. The whole world is watching. Shout out Mr. Bone Daddy, just gifted 5 memberships of the channel. Shout out all the new members. Jerome Smith, Bitcoin Stew, Terrell Truss, Andy Markowitz, and Web City USA. You've all been hooked up with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel. Please show Mr. Bone Daddy some love. We greatly appreciate all the support, and we appreciate all of our members, which have that nice icon next to the name. That shows your support and loyalty to the channel, and we appreciate it, family. Thank you. Can the government, through its proxies and intermediaries like BlackRock, buy and dump in large amounts, creating volatility and keeping the price artificially lower than it should be forever? Probably, Adam. I think that's precisely what they're trying to do right now. I think BlackRock is involved. The U.S. government is involved, and it's an attack on Bitcoin. I think if we didn't have dark forces that were against Bitcoin, we would have hit 100,000 back in 2021. Easy peasy. But governments love to fud a good thing. They use their pawns, such as Jim Cramer and JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon. You know that one guy we made a song about?
Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering.
Come on, bob your head to this one. It don't get no sweeter than this.
Tax avoidance, criminals, drug traffickers,
Anti-money laundering, tax avoidance. There's only 1.5 million biddies left to be mined, and it becomes exponentially more difficult to mine after each halving. I may get to the point where it's impossible to profitably mine the last Bitcoin. Good point there, yo. Very good point. Here for the long haul, my man. Stacking sats for generational wealth. Ain't no selling here. Justin Sun offers to buy the government's 2.3 billion worth of Bitcoin. Yeah, so the government, of course, if they respected Bitcoin in the sense they wouldn't want to FUD the markets and cause these crashes so that their friends over at BlackRock, such as Larry Fink, can stack them at a low price, they wouldn't allow the carnage from the sell-offs. They would do it over the counter in a sense like Justin Sun, find a private buyer, you know what I mean? And then you have the seller and bada boom, bada bing, and it doesn't affect the market. They're specifically targeting the market and doing this. This is all happening for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. It's not like, oh, the U.S. government don't know what they're doing. They're just so incompetent. Oh, now the market's crashing and did it. No, this is all by design. They're geniuses. They have the best financial geniuses in their pocket. They know exactly how to crash markets, FUD markets, drop the prices, and do anything they want to do. And this is, get used to it. This is what they do. They're criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
The largest corporate fine at the time. Jamie the Tapeworm, keeping it 100. You already know. GTSY2, I'll never be in all unit. I am out until I am out. Hey, Jen, hope you are going to eat some burgers and dogs, even veggie burgers if that's your thing. Jeez. Wowzer, this chat is lit. 4th of July lit, bro. Sis, put your lighters up. I mean, it's 4th of July, family. We celebrating today, right? Lighters up in the air. Even if they're the digital lighters in the chat, it's all good in the hood. Keep it 100. Bring the market down to get the cheaper biddies. Amen. They want to scare the Gox clients into selling rather than holding. The timing is not a coincidence. Nailed it. Data biter. 100. I agree with that. They won't give up fiat easily. Hey, Melda and Biter, making a Greek turkey burger and the fixins. I smoked a Boston butt yesterday into today. A Boston butt, grilled the veggies and ate it already. Freedom! Let freedom reign. My favorite 7-letter word, maybe minus Bitcoin. I'm trying to think. Is Bitcoin 7 letters as well? B-I-T-C-I-O-N. It is. Freedom and Bitcoin both have 7 letters. My 2 favorite 7-letter words. Favorite 3-letter word? God. Second favorite 3-letter word is an acronym. BTC. How do you like that? Papa party. Too busy for the beach. Walked a mile, South Point, and back. Enough sun for one day. Vitamin D3. Let's go. Anyways, fam, let's discuss this $10 million easy Bitcoin price prediction by Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Then we'll discuss the latest with the global hash wars, with Trump in the United States potentially making Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset, followed by some live Q&A. Happy July 4th, fam. Make some noise, pump the likes, pump the stream, repost this, spread the word. Let's get it. So yeah, this headline reads, Bitcoin at 10 milli. Rich Dad Poor Dad Robert Kiyosaki says, I'm going to start with the infamous tweet in which he shared 22 hours ago. He wrote, boom, going bust. Could make a song out of that. Boom, going bust. Boom, going bust. Technical charts indicate the biggest crash in history coming. Prices of real estate, stocks, bonds, gold, silver, and Bitcoin crash. Great news. Good time to buy. Bargains will follow. Technical charts indicate major long-term bull market cycle will follow, starting with a bull market climb in late 2025, raising prices for years. This bull market cycle is the boom goal silver and Bitcoin investors have been waiting for. Preach. Their patience will be rewarded. This is the long-term bull market cycle they knew had to come. They know it had to come because the U.S. is the biggest debtor nation in history. And notice the word history is his story. His story. They know this long cycle bull market is coming because they know faith and confidence in fake money is dissolving. Preach. They know history will repeat. Tell them. They know what happens to Germany's Man, I'm bad at pronouncing German words, but I'm going to try. What happened to Germany's Reichsmark and Zimbabwe dollar? They know more and more people are finally waking up. They know after the crash, the long cycle bull market for gold, silver, and Bitcoin will begin. They know after the crash, gold, silver, Bitcoin will once again begin climbing to hit all-time highs in this piece. Gold possibly 15,000 an ounce. So what's the prospects on that? If gold is currently 2,000 an ounce, he's ultimately saying the price of gold can potentially 7x. Now silver, possibly $110 an ounce. Can someone run the math, or where are we at currently on an ounce of silver? Because I have no idea. And then he says Bitcoin easily to 10 million per coin. One thing I know for certain, there's a lot more upside potential for Bitcoin to hit 10 million per coin from 50 to 60,000 than from 2,000 an ounce of gold to 7x to 15,000. Am I right or am I right? Yes or yes? Let me know. They know to be patient. They know their time has arrived. Take care. Now, shout out to Kiyosaki. I'm with him on that. $10 million biddy sounds sexy to me. I believe it will happen in our lifetime. In fact, I think we can 10x that in our lifetime. I think one day during our life, Bitcoin will hit 100 million per coin, which is ultimately 10x what he just shared here very boldly. But let me know your thoughts. I'm going to read you a little deeper into the story from this article, which just was published from the back of the tweet I just read from Mr. Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki, who issued the epic new prediction regarding the Bitcoin future price, anticipating crypto, Bitcoin in particular, to reach 10 million following what he describes the most significant economic crash in history. The future bull market will significantly benefit investors in gold, silver, and Bitcoin, believes Rich Dad. He attributes the upcoming economic turbulence to the U.S. being the largest debtor nation in history and the declining faith in traditional currency, aka U.S. dollars. Now, in the rant, Kiyosaki emphasizes that after the anticipated crash, gold, silver, and Bitcoin are expected to surge to new all-time highs, and advises patience, young grasshopper, suggesting the rewards for those who remain steadfast in their investments will be substantial. Preach. Kiyosaki consistently voiced skepticism about traditional financial instruments, including even the Bitcoin ETFs, preferring to hold physical gold, silver, and Bitcoin. It's because he knows how corrupt the government is and that they can take that ish away from you in the form of an ETF. Trust that. His long-standing criticism extends to the Fed's monetary policy, viewing the dollar as fake currency, aka tulip mania, aka monopoly money, advocating for investments in tangible assets. Tell him that is why he criticized traditional financial products for not truly representing the underlying asset, drawing attention to issues like overselling. So there you go, yo. What are your thoughts on his 10 milli Bitcoin price prediction from Rich Dad? Holla at your boy. We're going to read some more comments, then we'll dive into our feature story of the day and discussing Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset for the United States of America as we celebrate July 4th, Independence Day, Bitcoin freedom reign. Let's go. Gold is 2,300. Wow, gold has been on a tear. Silver, $30. Still 7x though, right? 7x potential with his target. Whereas what's the potential with Bitcoin? Can someone divide $10 million divided by 58,000? Let me know what that is as far as exponential returns. I have almost 100 first cousins that say, damn, 100. My family used to get together for every holiday. I learned to cook a lot for a lot of people. That's phenomenal. There we have it. JC's cooking for the fam, the Crypto News Alerts fam at the 100K Fiesta. I volunteered her. If gold hits 15,000, historically, silver should be $950, a 16-to-1 ratio. Thank you, Grant. That's what I was looking for, brother. Happy birthday, America. We love you. I don't think BlackRock can manipulate the price forever, but they're going to try to do it. They're going to do what they got to do because BlackRock, U.S. government, you know what I mean? You feel me? 2 for 1. They don't know, but they lost. So true. I pray anyways. Bitcoin at 10 milli. Easy. Thanks for the resource. That's sick. Money printer go. Bitcoin weekly Bitstamp for all you conspiracy minute folk. BTC RSI, the way oversold. March and April, a correction was inevitable. I think it is wise to listen to Rich Dad. I am with you on that. Fiat poor, gold almost poor, Bitcoin. Yeah, I like a Max Kaiser quote. Gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. Trump 2024 says too tall. Word. Word up, brother. Word up.
Pump, 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 pump it up. Pump, 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 pump it up.
We pumping it up. We jumping it up. Stack them biddies up. Giddy up, giddy up, biddy up, biddy up. I got the biddy in the cup. Giddy up. But get that biddy up. No Diddy-o. Anyways, fam. Now for our featured story of the day. Forbes just released an article entitled "Trump Sparks Talks of Bitcoin as a Strategic Reserve Asset." So let's break this article down, as well as the latest feedback from the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, who called for a global hash war many years ago before it became popular. So check this out. This is the article, again, published by Forbes, the headline I just read to you. Here's Mr. Trump. Do you think he would actually make Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset? I want to know your thoughts, because we shared a quote the other day. Do I have it pulled up? I don't. I'll share it later here in a bit. So let's first read the story, then I'll read some of the feedback from Max Keiser. So here's what he said. "We all want the remaining Bitcoin to be made in the United States of America. Let's go." In the Truth Social post last month, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump expressed strong support for the biddies. In the same post, he recognized the geopolitical significance of the world's largest crypto, warning that any policy that seeks to hamper Bitcoin only helps China and Russia. Trump's statement not only positioned him as the first pro-Bitcoin nominee of a major political party, it also put a spotlight on discussions about classifying Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. I don't know how accurate that statement is, because I do recall Ramsawani, who was running as Republican, who's very pro-Bitcoin as well. In fact, many believe that it's him in Trump's ear telling him what to do with all the Bitcoin-related ish. But let me know your thoughts. Also, we had Robert Kennedy Jr., who is now running independent, who was initially running as a Dem, who's also pro-Bitcoin, at least according to the speeches, and also speaking at the major Bitcoin conferences. I even hear Trump is going to be speaking at Nashville, which would be major, obviously, as it's the largest Bitcoin event. And I think he's going to get all the support of everyone in crypto, because we all know Biden is very anti-crypto. Hence, Mr. Gensler, Senator Warren, Janet Yellen, and the rest of the three stooges, as Kiyosaki refers to them out as, but I digress. These discussions are gaining traction in policy circles thanks to Bitcoin-friendly political leaders. Former presidential candidate Ramsawani, who I was just referencing, for example, has been advising Trump on Bitcoin and digital assets since January. I assumed that. I didn't even know if that was legit, but there you have it. Ramsawani staked a unique position in the final weeks of his campaign by proposing that the dollar be backed by a basket of commodities that in time could include the king crypto, BTC. Ramsawani's plan echoed a similar proposal from independent presidential candidate Kennedy Jr., in which a small percentage of the U.S. Treasury bills would be backed by hard currency, by gold, silver, platinum, or Bitcoin. The intent behind Ramsawani and Kennedy's proposals is to curb inflation by pegging the dollar to deflationary assets that maintain their value over time. We also have Senator Cynthia Lummis, the crypto queen of Congress, who is another proponent of using Bitcoin to better the nation's finances. In February of 2022, she suggested that the Federal Reserve diversify the $40 billion in foreign currencies that it held on the balance sheet by adding the biddies. And she continues to see benefits in holding the digital currency as part of the nation's financial portfolio. And after Trump's post alluding to the growing political importance of Bitcoin, I asked Senator Lummis for her perspective on discussions around Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. Senator Lummis appeared to be keen on the idea. In her own words, "Bitcoin is an incredible store of value, and I certainly see the benefits of our country diversifying its investments." Now we have Trump, Lummis, Kennedy, and Ramsawani, who represent the new crop of policymakers who are open to the potential of Bitcoin as a tool of economic statecraft. Whose name was not included in that? Biden. Womp womp. So how would the United States leverage a digital commodity like Bitcoin to strengthen its own fiscal health and geopolitical position? Let's discuss it. According to the author of this article, they reached out to Alex Thorne, the head of firm-wide research at Galaxy Digital, and Thorne written extensively on the impact the Bitcoin could have on the global financial system, and he sees merit in the idea of Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. Quoting him here, "As a global decentralized commodity money with sound properties, Bitcoin will undoubtedly play a growing role in geopolitical and international trade. What started as hobbyists using their home computers has elevated into industrial manufacturing, institutional portfolios, and corporate balance sheets. There is every reason to believe that the Bitcoin network layer will expand further to include nation states. Can you say Bitcoin global hash wars, family? Here is the logic behind Thorne's thinking. As with any scarce commodity, be it oil, gold, or rare earth minerals, countries often engage in fierce competition with each other to secure the lion's share of the resources. We refer to this in Bitcoin as game theory. And as one of the scarcest commodities on planet Earth, there's little reason to believe Bitcoin would be any different, especially if its value continues to grow as many financial experts expect. And as case in point, Jurrien Timmer, Fidelity's director of global macro, described Bitcoin as exponential gold, where to achieve parity with gold's current market cap, a single Bitcoin would be approximately 700,000 per coin, or more than 10 times its worth today. The potential of such stratospheric returns makes it all the more enticing for sovereigns to accumulate Bitcoin now instead of waiting for other countries to do it first. Despite the lack of any coherent Bitcoin strategy, the U.S. currently leads the digital gold rush. It is the largest nation-state holder of Bitcoin, having seized the bulk of its Bitcoin stack from illicit actors over the last decade. It's just hilarious that the reason they're the largest hodler or hoarder of Bitcoin is because they've seized it. It's just funny to me. The country also boasts that the most network nodes, hash rate, and Bitcoin mindshare of any other country in the world. So if Trump were to win in November, the nation would have its first pro-Bitcoin president. These factors place the United States in a strong position to become the MicroStrategy of nations. That's powerful. Should that be a policy priority for a future administration? And of course, we have case studies which are already massively successful with El Salvador adopting Bitcoin, first publicly, or I should say, MicroStrategy, the first publicly traded company to adopt Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset and put it on the balance sheet, was back in 2020. Then the following year, El Salvador with Bukele, they made Bitcoin country in El Salvador, making it legal tender. And naturally, there has been phenomenal growth with both those, scenarios. So there you have it. Now I want to share some of the feedback from Max Kaiser. He tweeted, as predicted back in 2019, when I coined the term global hash war to describe nations switching from trying to ban Bitcoin to hoarding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. I was the lone voice at the time. Now it's common knowledge. Note, Jason Lowery plagiarized the idea some years later. He's referring to the book that Jason published. Now, he also recently tweeted, and, I find Max not only awesome, but he's hilarious. He's also a comedian, because you got to keep in mind, I shared a clip when he actually opened up for Jerry Seinfeld. It was like a black and white clip back in the days. Max, very young. But anyways, he wrote this, and it's hilarious. While Trump was still getting peed on by Russian hookers, we were already winning the global Bitcoin hash war. El Salvador is Bitcoin country, and you got to give it to him, because El Salvador is the first Bitcoin country. Can America follow in its footsteps? It can. Is it the most likely scenario? I don't know. You let me know your thoughts, fam. How do you think this will likely play out? And shout out to the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser. So there you have it, family. Do you think they will, America that is, Trump, make Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset if he wins the presidency? Let me know in the live poll, and in a little bit we'll end the poll, read the results. Welcome everyone to the live Q&A segment of the stream. Happy 4th of July. This is an Independence Day, Bitcoin Freedom Day special episode. I want to play for you now another version of the song, or the second part of the song, which we didn't even get to play yet. So let's freaking go. Shout out to everyone in the chat, everyone who reposted this, anyone who smashed those likes to show your support. We salute you, appreciate you, thank you. God bless America, God bless Bitcoin, and God bless Nipsey. God bless each and every one of you. Respect. Yeah. So yeah, here's another track by Chandy. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's go.
Trump loves this country. Trump loves the people of the U.S. All colors, all demographics, he stands behind us. He has our back, he puts this land first. He is in favor of our freedom to stack sats. He wants to make America great again. He is the one to save us from the ratty political rats. MAGA, 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 yeah. Rat full of crash disease, spreading grubby little rats. Trump is coming for you. We the people are coming for you too. A pity, by the way, yeah.
The American people will win their country back. Better believe we intend to win. We have nothing to lose other than our country, our freedom, our health and wealth, our prosperity, our children's future and their American inheritance. Yeah, we have everything to lose, which is why you don't want to underestimate us, cheat us, or get in our way as we do what we have to do. United, undivided, we pledge allegiance to the flag, not to politicians. You work for us, defend our flag and all it represents, or just step back. That's why Bitcoin is what we invest in. That's why Trump is who we believe in. Never forget what made this country, who made this country. How do we have this country? Did you do it? Was it the spirit of you? No, it's the spirit of the red, white, and blue. Brave souls, passionate people, freedom goals, sacrifice for living, love for home, land and family, fifth level G people. To all of you listening, JV and his CNA family, including me, our Bitcoin CNA family, we wanna say Happy Independence Day, Happy Independence Day. Keep your chins up, and tonight look up, the sky will light up with hope and a bright future. Look up, look up, look up, Bitcoin up, Trump up, freedom up, Biddy up, Trump up, freedom up, America, we love you. America, love, 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 America. God bless the USA, he did still is. God bless, still busy blessing the USA.
Loving it. That's Chandy's brand new tracks. She produced 2 for Independence Day, so show her some love. Her YouTube channel is Chandy10 Music. It's pinned in the live chat. Subscribe. She should be hitting 40,000 subs today, so we're very proud of her. Thank you for the epic music. JC said, did anyone see what Trump plans to do for the 250th birthday of America? No. What is he planning to do? Enlighten us. Welcome, Laura. Good to see you in the stream and the chat here, fam. Amazing. Love this great news. Shout out VRA. Glad you're here, family. Super Chandy. I am writing a Bitcoin children's book I'll share with you sometime. Looking forward to its swift impact. Baccarat, natural. Trump, Bitcoin, you heard. God bless America, French fries. Happy Independence Day. VR, cheers, y'all. Trump, 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 Trump. Patriotic of the country, not the government. Chandy's tracks now, just write her. Thank you, K Jammy Jam. Question, how many biddies are there? There will only ever be 276 cubed, 21 million of that, 3.6 million permanently lost, over 1 million held in 100 original Satoshi wallets, 1.5 million yet to mine, equal 14.9 million, right in alignment with what I would speculate. I'd say there only are ever going to be 15 million Bitcoin in circulation because 6 million-ish are lost and gone and locked up forever. And thank you for breaking down the math. You the man. We appreciate it. 600 people right now on the stream. Not too shabby. Plus, shout out to the Rumble fam for always holding it down. We appreciate you. Beautiful song, says Molly. Happy 4th. God bless. Chandy10 Music, JVCNA fam, and Trump. Respect. Thank you, Molly. Appreciate all your support. Thank you for doing what you do and for being a mod here on the pod. We salute you.
Pump it up, don't you?
Yes. How many are held by nerds and geeks who want to get rid of corruption? Probably a lot. Shout out Andrew Ransom. Just hooked it up with a $20 super and my favorite color, Bitcoin orange. Sam Reed, CEO of Geometric Energy Corp, which is launching the actual Doge satellite with SpaceX. Just launched the official Doge 1 meme coin on Ethereum 2 days ago. Will be massive. Well, thank you for sharing, and we appreciate the super, Andrew. Thank you. For all those about to stack, we salute you. Amen, Data. He said that he would have a year-long state fair in Iowa with reps from each state. High schoolers compete in the Patriot Games, and I forgot the other things. Well, that's pretty dope. That's referring to what Trump would do to celebrate America's 250th birthday. Word. How many Bitcoin are held by the people who don't believe a government is in the best interest of humanity? A lot. A lot. A lot. Whole lot. God bless Amish. Am I pronouncing that right? God bless the Amish Bitcoin miners. God bless them. Andrew, bro. Appreciate you, Andrew. We appreciate all the support. Hit the likes, folks. Don't be shy. Please don't be shy. Hit them likes. Bought the dip. It kept dipping. Welcome to the dip. Nice tune, Shandy 10. Pumped when the chorus hits. Cheers, Richard Jones. In fact, I think we're going to bring back the track we played at the beginning of the show, which was the first version. There was 2 actually new tracks we premiered today. I know you guys wanted to hear it again, so here you go. One moment.
USA, Freedom Day. Hell yeah, Bitcoin now, freedom now. Let's break some sage, shoot those fireworks, fire up a Roman candle and aim it toward the moon. Light up a Godzilla candle, Bitcoin will need a rocket soon. Patriots across the great USA, get your America on. Send fire into the sky and celebrate, get your manifestation on. We the people need to financially self-liberate. BTC, Bitcoin, self-custody, new currency. Financial hope for you and me, that financial liberty, wow. Fireworks, freedom works, fireworks, pow. Freedom works, fireworks, freedom works, boom, boom, boom. BTC in the land of the free, it's happening now, pow. God bless the USA. He did, still is, God bless, is still busy blessing the USA.
By 1776, we are fighting and promoting and celebrating a new deal of financial remix. We needed a freedom lift, fiat can't be fixed.
1776, declaration, there was a destination. It symbolized the American people's dedication.
2024 declaration,
there is a destination. It symbolizes the American people's dedication. Make peace, not war, American made, Bitcoin made. Bitcoin is a tool for financial freedom, like even Gwen Stefani. Let Bitcoin blow your mind. For our American soldiers, our brave red, white, and blue protecting warriors.
That's right. We light the sage, bring in the good vibes, usher in another beautiful year. Let's go. Fireworks, JV. Fireworks. I'm digging it.
Some fire into the sky, send red, white, and blue up high to celebrate freedom. Not for war, we want to celebrate. Let's keep them out of unnecessary wars. We love them, they are mine and yours. Fire it up into the sky, like a sage, and lift one up. As we look up to the hope and beauty of the fire in the sky tonight.
225,000 end of the year, 500, 750,000 cycle peak. Send it, JC.
Heroes we celebrate, patriots we celebrate, founding fathers we celebrate, innovation and determination we celebrate. Bitcoin, a new hope for freedom.
yep, send one up for the BTC and let's
Celebrate. Happy 4th of July. We love this land and all that it stands for, so we must endure. Grateful for what we have and what we were given. Don't want more war, and we must protect our land and freedom. Blessed to us from heaven. This land is your land. This land is mine.
Hey, I appreciate the positive feedback on the track. And for the hat, this hat I got from bitcoincaps.net. Sergio hooked it up. He's the original creator of the Bukele hats. You got the brand new ones to rep 2029. Obviously, Bukele just won the presidential election in 2025 or in 2024 this year. So 5 more years, he'll be reelected again. So represent. If you guys want a exclusive El Salvador or Bukele cap, check out my boy Sergio's website. Again, it's bitcoincaps.net.
We can all have bitty bitty Bitcoin in our hand. God bless the USA. He did, still is. God bless, is still busy blessing the USA.
freedom currency, freedom land. Born in the USA, built up. We play to win and love the.
Yeah, they're actually really good quality caps. These are good. They fit the head well. I like this style. I don't even know what they're called, but this style is really good. I also love the light blue El Salvador one and the Bitcoin country one. They all fit great. My new favorite hat, so I'll be rocking them a lot.
We are 5th level G-top stuff. We don't want to destroy the USA. It's our 50 states, our God country. We want to free, we the people, and save freedom land and defend against the corrupt currency. Save the people of this land who are hurting. It's an emergency. There is a sense of urgency, pride in the American flag, and all being American means.
Trump loves America. He loves what our flag stands for. He wants peace, he doesn't want war. Don't mistake him for weak. He said if 1 ounce of American blood was spilled by the actions of an enemy overseas, he would take a gallon of theirs. That is the protective kind of leader that we need.
Yeah. So give it up for Chandy. Let me know what you think of the new track, Bitcoin Freedom Day, Independence Day. Happy 4th of July, family. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with the stream to the uncensored version of the pod, which can be found at rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. The YouTube stream is going to end, but we're going to continue uncensored extended version of the pod on X and Rumble. Let's freaking go.
Hey, someone, give me the time. Did I hear someone say that it's rummy rumble time? Bitty bitty up at 58.
Let me know when the YouTube stream is officially over on your end, so I know for sure, and that way I can play some music and all that fun stuff.
Rumble time, let's go see it there. It's such a great show. We'll talk about what we want without care. Let's say bye 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 to you two. Run, don't walk. We love our Rumble.
YouTube stream should be ending any moment.
Go over to Rumble, don't stumble.
We gotta get the freak out of here. Just saying. So head on over to Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. And let's continue with the uncensored version of the pod. Let's go.